Kind of waking up this morning.
Totally.
Need to get some extra coffee. Take another second or so. The experts will always be able to answer those questions on the community link that I provide into the chat. This is available also on YouTube. All this information will be in that YouTube chat momentarily. All right, well, we're 2 minutes over, so we'd like to make sure that we have plenty of time to answer questions. Let's go ahead and get started, Tina. Thanks.
Great. Thanks, Lisa. Welcome, everyone. Are you tired of being tethered to your laptop to manage your Now support tickets? Now you can go into a meeting and have the latest information in the palm of your hand. We've taken the activities that you would need to manage cases, changes, and your instances, and they're now available in the Now Support mobile app. If you already have a Now Support login, this app is for you. You can download it in the App Store for Apple devices and Google Play for Android devices. So definitely download the app and start using it today. Let me introduce myself. Hi, everyone. I'm Tina Singh. I'm a senior manager for Now Support's customer liaison team. What does that mean? Really, I'm on a team that is steadfastly committed to keeping our customers, you, front and center when we create and evolve your Now Support experience. You've probably met me or met with somebody from my team at a snug, or heard from us if you've provided feedback on the Now Support portal, the virtual agent, the Now Support app, or Now Community. And hopefully we will see you soon at another snug or at a knowledge conference soon. So as I alluded earlier, we're here to talk about the Now Support app. This app has already been downloaded by a number of our Now Support customers, and it will enable you and your colleagues to be more productive as you get service and support. I'd like to now introduce the star of today's Ask the Experts, Rob Moreau. And Rob Moreau is the product owner for the Now Support portal and app experience. Rob, do you want to introduce yourself and kind of let everybody know a little bit more about what you do?
Yes, thanks, Tina. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon and good evening to everyone around the world. My name is Rob Moreau. I'm the product owner for the Now Support mobile experience here at ServiceNow. I've been with ServiceNow for just over a year. I am focused on all things customer related as in our mobile as well as our portal space. Really excited to discuss today the Now Support mobile application that was recently released out to our customer base at the very beginning of May. Really just excited today to go ahead and answer some questions from our customers and users, as well as kind of highlight some of our learning lessons to date based off of our first 90 days out into the public space, as well as begin to discuss what our plans are for the future and how we can better support our customers, not only using our latest technology, but also through our process for product development and engagement, how our customers really are driving the experience and driving the design process for our mobile application titled Now Support. So thank you, Tina.
Awesome. So can you kind of explain, Rob, how our customers can leverage the mobile app to contact support?
Yes, so our customers today, they can download the application directly from the Apple and Google Play stores. There is no charge to our customers. It is available to everyone. The only requirement is that you need to have an account to ServiceNow, and specifically our High instance. Once you have an account, you download the application. It's just merely logging in. We do require multi-factor authentication. Security is one of our top priorities here at ServiceNow. But once users have downloaded and accessed the application, MFA, they can log in. They can also set it up so that they can utilize either a PIN code or a facial recognition to make the app more secure, but more importantly, just easier to log in whenever they bring up the app on their phone. Once they have access to the application, really our main focus through the initial phase has been with regards to awareness and activity. So they can utilize the application to receive notifications across all of their changes as well as their cases. They can utilize it to kind of access and kind of manage their cases and their engagement directly with our global technical support organization. And then really in the palm of their hand, they have access to all of the information that they would by logging into the Now Support High portal, specifically into our knowledge base, as well as a window into our Now community and many of our other resources, such as our YouTube content, which is also available on the Now Support application as well.
That's great. Rob, I know sometimes you might be out somewhere and an urgent issue might come up. Can customers create a case on the Now Support app?
Yes, customers can create a case directly from the Now Support mobile application. It's just simple as clicking a quick action. There's a plus button for our Android users, and in the right-hand corner, there's a quick action for create a case for our iOS users. From there, they can go through all of the iterative workflow steps. We are the workflow company with regards to the creation of their case. We also provide recommendations based off of the information that's being provided, highlighting relevant content from our Now community, our product documentation, our knowledge base. Really, our goal is to facilitate self-service automation as much as we can directly through the mobile application. But we have all been there. Something important comes up where we need to go ahead and have support urgently and at the moment. You can create a case directly from the phone. But more importantly, you can engage and interact with our customer, our global technical support organization through that case, through the activity feed in real time, directly from your phone and regardless of where you're at.
That's great. Yeah, I've heard from customers that just getting those notifications real time is a real game changer. So what have you heard from customers with respect to getting notifications?
I think we've all been there. I think we've seen kind of in the marketplace, we're slowly trending away from email overall. Heavy utilization, third-party solutions such as Slack. Now we've all been there as well with regards to the reliance and tethering to our laptop really is kind of a thing of the past. Even more importantly, through these changing times, we are able to work anywhere. The mobile application is just yet another solution to have available with you at all times, whether you're at home, just watching a video, or on the go, trying to get some air outside, going for a walk. Really, it's just helpful to have that available and with you at all times. But also, kind of more importantly, where we don't necessarily we want to be kind of tethered to our work environment at all times. We have to have a life experience as well, and really kind of blends the best of both worlds. Where we've heard you can be at wrestling matches, and if you need to follow up a case specifically for your company, but at the same time be there to watch your son win the match. As well as if you're at the grocery store, you don't need to go ahead and put your groceries away, which we've also heard from our customers. Really just provides the ability to go ahead and do your job. And more importantly, our main focus is to make the work experience, as best as possible for our customers and our users, so that, essentially we are there for them. And work is not necessarily has to be their priority at all times. They can do all of their life activities, and we're there to support them in their efforts.
That's great. That's great. And how about self-service fulfillment? Because sometimes on the go, you want to make sure that you can maybe, I don't know, restore an instance. What are some of the self-service tasks that you can complete on the mobile device?
So we have a few different options relative to self-service. We recently went ahead and deployed our virtual agent to the mobile device as well. We have a number of conversations that a user can utilize to go ahead and self-serve. Very kind of common questions and tasks. I mean, that is our underlying design goal, which is to provide self-service automation. It's the core framework of our mobile application. So we continue to deploy conversations on a bi-weekly basis into the mobile application, as well as our service catalog. Ever since our initial deployment in early May, we have already deployed nearly 98% of our overall service catalog usage has been migrated into the mobile device. We actually went live with an additional 3 service catalogs just this past Monday. and we'll continue to do so with any new service catalog and automated tasks that we create, both from a portal perspective, also will be deployed into our mobile device. And I know one that you're interested in that we're really looking forward to deploying this month is the ability for customers to join our advisory board, which is very critical with regards to the engagement and receiving their feedback so we can improve the overall design.
That's great. Yeah. And for those that are listening, we have a customer advisory board. So if you're interested in informing how your Now Support experience should be, whether it be on mobile, the portal, virtual agent, you can join our customer advisory board. And that way you can join focus groups, one-on-one sessions with us, and complete a survey every now and then. But it's really so you can inform where we go with your Now Support experience. But also, when you think about it, we are using ServiceNow tools and technology. You have the opportunity to actually influence the tools and technology that you might be using at your own organization. So I really encourage customers to join our advisory board and kind of influence where we're going when it comes to your experience and potentially your customers and your employees' experience. So that's great. And I wanted to add with the virtual agent, I always say it's kind of three things when I explain it to people. It will give you updates. So if you want an update on something with respect to your Now Support experience, it will give that to you. It will navigate you to key areas that might be more in the portal right now, but it will navigate you to a key task that you want to complete. But really where we're fundamentally trying to go is we want to, the third thing, complete tasks for you. So we don't even have to navigate you somewhere. It's really our vision and our strategy where we're going with the virtual agent. It's so you can ask something and we know all the information about you and we'll actually complete that task for you. So, and an example there is the advisory board. So we already know who you are. We know how we can contact you because you're already a customer. So when you join, the service catalog item is actually completed within the virtual agent. So that's great. And the other thing is I wanted to let people know that within the Now Support app, we actually have feedback. So there is within the app, you can go, what area is it, Rob? Is it in the,
the More section. So on the right-hand navigation panel, you'll have access to More, which is where our YouTube content is stored as well, and all of our video content. And from within that, you can provide feedback. And Tina, maybe want to tell a little bit more in terms of the feedback process and how your team is involved in the product lifecycle.
Yeah, so within the mobile app, like Rob said, you can provide feedback. It's a star rating. And from there, you can actually, there's pre-seeded kind of options that you can let us know how the experience is, if it's a modern experience, if it helped you solve a problem. And you can also put in comments. And when you submit that piece of feedback, it goes directly to our team, the customer liaison team. And as I say, it's my favorite way to start the day when I'm sipping my coffee, to read the feedback from customers. And it's not just we read it, we actually triage it, make sure that it goes to the right product owner. And that constructive feedback that customers give us is really informing kind of that customer advocacy, those stories or those improvements that we can make to the Now Support experience. So if you have a suggestion or an idea when it comes to Now Support, definitely provide us feedback in the mobile app directly, or if it's on the portal, and our team will make sure that you are heard, you'll hear back from us, and we'll make sure that the right product owner on Now Support receives that feedback, and hopefully we can make a change that can improve your customer experience.
And that's
hey, I'm sorry. I was going to interject here because this question might come up right as you're talking about this feedback, because we've had two questions that are coming from our YouTube channel. Are all ITSM capabilities compatible with mobile apps? And then we have one more.
So with regards to all ITSM capabilities, they are compatible in terms of their are a level of configuration that is required in order to make that specific process or experience enabled from a mobile perspective. So yes, bottom line is we are a single platform. So what you're able to perform from a platform perspective, you can reinforce and implement from a mobile platform standard as well. So it's really specific to, what experience you're looking to go ahead and implement, what your process you want to explore. But with regards to capabilities, we are a single platform. So what you're able to support from an ITSM perspective, you can support from a mobile platform as well.
So that might lead to the second question is, does ServiceNow planning to introduce billing setup in ServiceNow, like as soon as possible?
Now, with regards to our forward looking, I don't know if we've introduced a safe harbor, Lisa, but I can say that there are a number of new capabilities that are being explored and are planned for delivery. We have our upcoming Paris release, and we also have the release after our Quebec with regards to our future roadmap. So I can say that there's a lot on the roadmap, and as we discussed kind of the billing capabilities, let me just suffice it to say is, once again, we're a single platform. What you can perform on the web, you will be able to perform from a mobile perspective.
Thanks.
That's great. Yeah, and I think one thing we hear consistently from the customers that are using the Now Support app is they get a sense of the end user experience with ServiceNow mobile experiences by them using it for support. So it's a great opportunity to be kind of hands-on with the mobile technology that ServiceNow is providing.
And so, Tina, what I really, I find so exciting, and I think we were kind of used to it, whether we're utilizing Zoom and we have the thumbs up, thumbs down, we have, the feedback that we receive and kind of our daily experiences, as consumers. It's, what I'm hearing is that, feedback that's submitted, it's actioned. Everyone's, it's not just going into a black hole, that it actually, the feedback and recommendations or issues, and problems that our customers are raising, those go back directly into product.
Yep. And really, we're steadfastly focused on making sure that customer perspective is heard. And and we look forward to getting more feedback. Rob, what are some of the, in your opinion, what are some of the exciting new things that might be coming with the Now Support app in the future releases?
Yeah, so if we look at kind of the release one and kind of the main design themes which we were trying to concentrate, one was awareness, being able to receive notifications and the expansion of our kind of notification process away from email and our legacy SMS text, as well as, case management. I mean, case management, engagement with our global technical support, anytime, anywhere, two of our kind of main prime themes for release one. As we now move into release two, we're really going to expand on that. And that really is in the case of, managing and engaging with all of the very aspects of your ServiceNow account. Currently today, you can, receive notifications and track your changes through the application. We're dramatically going to expand upon that into our release two. Really listening to our customers and our users, how we can build upon our existing information architecture, being not only providing, information and awareness and activity in the case areas, but really across a number of experiences. First and foremost, making sure that all of your critical activities are being presented to you and they have the ability to action that. From push notifications, have the ability to go ahead and perform actions directly from a work center, being able to go ahead and not only have access to the Now community, but to engage and interact from the mobile device with the Now community with regards to tracking of questions and the researching of topics and following of all of that information. But more importantly, expanding across all of our notification categories. So, we're really seeing that alignment with our out-of-the-box notification system that we have from a platform perspective. So not only from kind of cases and changes, but all of the different notification categories that, we have heard from our customers and all of the various email types that are sometimes going into pre-configured folders. They will have the ability to go ahead and, change and define their preferences directly from their phone, how that engages back with the portal experience. Really beginning to expand on our utilization of managing their instances and managing their accounts. I mean, I'm just really excited. I mean, where we're going now with release 2 is, first release is kind of the utilization of our platform and the adoption from our customers, and getting a solution out to them so that they can work anywhere, anytime with their engagement and global technical support. For release 2, it's full kind of engagement and management of their ServiceNow account as a customer. They'll be able to do, I don't want to be too broad in scope, but almost anything that they can do of portal of high priority, they'll be able to do from their mobile device with our release 2 implementation.
That's great. Yeah, I'd have to say my favorite things, because I've managed some cases, I've had to create some cases. I think the game changer, one of them is just, you don't have to context switch. It will be like, you might be focused on a task on your laptop and you'll see the push notification on your phone and you can just reference it. You just go, okay, there's an update. I'll get to it when I can. So I think that's kind of been a game changer for me and been really awesome. The other is, some point MFA, having to enter it every time, where you don't have to on the mobile device. If you've got an extra security setting, I don't have a fancy iPhone. I have an iPhone 7, but I can use a PIN, and I just enter the PIN each time. And I think that's really, really great. And I think if I had to say the third thing that I really find valuable is recently viewed knowledge articles. So if there was an article that I started on another, on my laptop, I can continue reading it on the mobile device. And I love that sort of omni-channel experience that I can continue learning and troubleshooting while I'm on the go.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Are there any other questions, Lisa, from the audience?
Yes, we had OnKit asks what all mobile apps are planned in the roadmap. I don't know if we can answer all of those, and I think you've covered a little bit of that previously. And any app for training and certifications like Now Learning app.
So we actually will start with our customer base. We will do some forward publishing of the various experiences that are on the roadmap. I don't know if folks have seen in the store, we have gone ahead and deployed Agile Development version 2. We've also deployed kind of our project management into the store as well. I know that I've been in the process of kind of utilizing it from my end. And, I think, Tina, from an internal perspective, being able to deploy Agile is something we're actively exploring right now.
Yeah.
Because as a product owner, just as we're managing our cases, it's great to be able to manage our stories and our feedback directly from your phone and mobile device. So really exploring a number of different experiences across ITSM, CSM on the mobile application. And then with regards to kind of training and certification, Tina, I know that onboarding is another area that's near and dear to your heart. So these are areas that, yes, we are exploring with regards to enablement from a mobile perspective. Exactly where Now Learning fits into the client path, I would need to kind of follow up with the Now Learning team. But I can tell you with regards to at a platform level, onboarding is also going through tremendous advancement and development. Actually, our head UX designer on our Now Support Release 2 is actually working on the next iteration of that onboarding mobile path. So I can say that there is a number of experiences that are under active development, and we're just really excited. As we kind of hear these questions from our customers, it sounds like that the appetite is out there, and we'll continue to expand on it, which is once again where the feedback is so vital. It's something that we track, something that's presented at our C level, from a monthly basis. So folks, the companies may say, we take your feedback very seriously. We really take your feedback very seriously. It is absolutely integral to our product lifecycle. But more importantly, your customer experience is our utmost priority. It's not only how you get work done, it's how that experience is for getting your work done. Anything we can do to make it better so that you have more time for your life activity, that is our goal.
Yeah. One thing we've heard from the customer feedback in the app is more integration with the Now community. And I think a lot of times customers, that's their first stop when they're troubleshooting an issue before they create a case. And Rob, can you talk about maybe how we're starting to make sure that there is some sort of integration with community, or how is that connection happening in the Now Support app?
Yeah, so we've been focused right now, with our kind of primary theme, which was originally notifications. So that way, if you log a question on the Now community, you would receive a notification, and then taking that a step further, which is to then action those notifications and updates to your questions, and then even proceeding that even further, which is then to raise a question, to have that experience. We're working very closely with our Now community product owner, Lauren Zhang, on the full design for our Now community experience and how that would be integrated into our work center for our release 2. So I can say that we have great designs and kind of active development plans so that we can introduce not only some of the various process levels in our integration with Now community, but really all of the most utilized capabilities within our Now community. We're going to build that experience directly in our next release.
That's great.
No, that is near and dear to my heart. But and on that, we have another question. Is there a space limit on the Now mobile app?
So with regards to a space limitation, we are always looking at from a client perspective, the size of our Now clients. But relative to a space limit, there's no limit. But at the same time, we are working from a design perspective, with regards to how many navigation tabs that we promote. I have to be honest that, if a customer chooses, they can configure a number of navigation paths with regards to our level of configuration. But we do have kind of our design system, which we operate here at ServiceNow. And what we are also kind of building out are these concepts of intersection points, which are essentially kind of dashboard-based views, so that you can have intersection points instead of having multiple navigation options that allow you to go ahead and navigate to other areas and topics. And if there's, as I see here, if there's any suggestions, or if customers need some guidance with regards to some of our best practices, we do have our design system information that is published, but also we are releasing content packs with our developer portal. Not sure if any of our customers are currently or attendees currently leveraging our developer portal today. We released a number of content packs, also have active discussions there with regards to kind of design recommendations. We're kind of all over the place. We are working within our Now community. We try to have touch points with our customers through the developer portal. But at the same time, if there's any additional discovery or recommendations that we can provide, please let us know.
Great. Is there another question, Lisa?
Sure. So I'm going to ask, I hadn't seen the mobile design guide for giving suggestions on mobile configurations. And then Anshu asks, can we run discovery on Agent mobile app?
So for the first question, we can even go beyond the design guide. If you have downloaded the Now mobile application, there's actually a demo feature that's available with our Now mobile client, which they can download for free from the Apple and Google Play stores. Within that demo, you can see kind of our latest design iteration that we've kind of been following from a pattern perspective. Very similar, downloading and accessing the Now Support application. You can kind of see our designs in real time. The Now mobile application has kind of our latest design system from a recommendation perspective. So, they can access that. Once again, we also have information that's published on our community and developer portal. I see can we run discovery? I need to follow that up with our Agent mobile client team. I don't know that just top of hand, but that is an area that I can go ahead and follow up against.
Yeah, and then just to be clear, the Now Support mobile is a separate app in the App Store, and it is one that you can download. You can download it now, and if you already have high credentials, you can just use that to log in. You don't have to configure the instance, and you can start managing your service and support experience today using the app.
Yep, and for the
and when you say high credentials, you don't mean HIGA. Do you mean the name of our customer support portal?
Yes, yeah, the URL for it. Yeah, so yeah, your Now Support Hi username and password.
And even for the folks that are listening out there, if you were to download the Now mobile client versus our Now Support is targeted against our active customer base. But if you're just interested in kind of exploring the power of our platform in real time and be able to kind of touch it, feel it, work against it. Also, as I mentioned, see some of our latest design concepts, you can download the Now mobile. There is a demo feature that's available on that client. It is also supporting multiple languages. You can see how we're leveraging localization from a mobile perspective. You do not need to be a customer. You can go ahead and download the Now mobile client and utilize our demo mode.
That's great. That's great. So yeah, I encourage everybody to download the Now Support mobile app. Definitely you will see that you can, move your cases forward. So if you have a Now Support case, you can move it forward. We have service catalog items that are available. You can follow your changes. And we also, it's a game changer. We have the virtual agent now on the mobile app as well. So you can, have conversations and complete tasks using the virtual agent. And most importantly, definitely, if you can see it here, we have a screen where you can provide us feedback. So give us a star rating. Hey, if you liked this presentation, found it valuable, give us a star rating. Let us know how we can improve your Now Support experience, or let us know we're doing a great job. And we'd love to hear from you and have you help us evolve the experience.
Yeah, also really interested in hearing what can we do better. I mean, I think that's, is we really want our listeners to hear and understand is, our goal is to keep improving how we can provide a better experience. More importantly, as well as how can we influence your mobile experience? Maybe as we're kind of seeing here, you haven't created a mobile application. You have questions on, what are some of the best practices to design a mobile application? You can reach us on the community. You have access. You can, if you need to, you can reach out to us directly. I'm available on LinkedIn. You also have our contact information. We are all things technology, all things mobile, but more importantly, all things customer. So anything we can do to kind of help you with regards to, understanding, leveraging the mobile platform technology, how we can improve your Now Support experience. Don't even need to limit it to mobile. As Tina mentioned, we're focused on omni-channel. You have representatives with regards to our social experience, our mobile experience, our portal experience, our community, all things, ServiceNow related in our CSM ecosystem that we are looking to kind of provide value back into our customer base and our user base. Please let us know. It's really great to hear and kind of see some of the different areas that our users are starting to explore, or more importantly, that they're interested. Definitely going to be taking back to the Now Learning team to see how we can provide more content out to our kind of customers and users about our future roadmap. And really excited as we look at our release 2, we're going to have additional information pass that we're going to be providing, content such as this in terms of what's coming, what's on the roadmap, what is the content that is important to our customers and our users. All of that is going to be from the palm of your hand, and really hoping that everyone's going to be outside and commuting back and forth to their offices, so where the mobile application will be once again kind of front and center with regards to their daily activity. I know right now for me, it's when I'm moving from my office to my couch, primarily with regards to using my mobile app. But hey, that's it's away from our computer. We don't need to be tethered to our computers at all times. I think that's really kind of our goal. Moving away from some of our historical practices such as email, where we're used to notifications and then be able to action on those notifications very quickly, receiving information, but more importantly, just be able to take action on it. And then, from an underlying perspective, self-service. If there's any ServiceNow tasks that our customers perform that, we can go ahead and help automate either through a VA conversation, through a service catalog, please let us know. And then at the same time, you will always have access to all things ServiceNow related from the palm of your hand. and our knowledge base and all of the various information that's being presented out there with regards to your ServiceNow service. Just really exciting. There's so much that's on the roadmap and planned for delivery through the end of this calendar year into next fiscal year and calendar year. I'm just super excited. As Tina mentioned, as we mentioned, our customer advisory board, we would really like to kind of see, folks that are interested, because folks that are on this panel and listening in, if you are interested in starting to kind of see our release 2 designs, we are looking to go ahead with Tina is organizing some experience workshops where we'll go ahead and kind of present our V2 designs, making sure that, once again, we're, meeting the needs of our customers, as we are on our engineering path for release 2 for early kind of late Q3 delivery. But yeah, folks that are interested there, we won't just talk about our V2 designs. If you're interested, please let us know. Tina is in the process of organizing some workshops, so you can actually provide active feedback and commentary directly on our kind of future direction.
Yeah,
Wow, this is really great. I'm hearing so many fantastic things, and we've got so many more questions. People are really excited about this. So Tina and Rob, you're doing a great job today giving this information out. So Ankit thinks that it'd be good to get resources like these guides, white papers, and playbooks in one centralized mobile app. So he's really applauding that. Anshu asks, will my Google SSO login work on the Now Mobile app?
So with regards to our Now Mobile, for Now support, we're currently leveraging our MFA and our high access. Now, once again, what we have in the future and the utilization of our SSO, I can say that it's in the planning stages right now. I can't give a firm commitment, but yes, we know we want to have a single SSO experience across all of ServiceNow Digital. That will allow us to provide and share content across all of our digital branding, from developer to Now Learning to Now Creators. So yes, I can't say it is in our plans exactly when. It's going to be a bit of a secret, but it's sooner rather than later. And really looking forward to that, because once we have enabled SSO on high, that allows us to go ahead and, once again, omni-channel experience across all ServiceNow Digital. Your profile, your user is something now we can share. And once again, that just provides kind of, a one-stop omni-channel across all of our digital information that we can present and learn and grow from our customer base.
And actually, just to add to that, we sort of have 3 pillars when we think about Now support. And that's your whole ServiceNow service and support experience. But it really is one of our pillars is a seamless experience. So you could start a transaction on the portal and complete it on your mobile device. The next is support on the go. So regardless of where you are, you will be able to get service and support from ServiceNow. And the last pillar is support your way. So there are some people that might want that higher touch, or it could be an issue that is more critical that you need to contact ServiceNow technical support. But then there's other issues that you just want to get the content, engage with the community, and self-solve in your own way. And we're going to provide you the tools, the technology, and the content so you can do that. That's really what we're driving towards from a sort of Now support branding and pillars perspective. Okay. So it looks like we might have some more questions.
We do. Do you want to go ahead and read those off? I put them in the chat.
Sure. Okay. Thank you. Let me read this. They all kind of came together. We do phone integration or any other integration with mobile apps like web apps. Rob, is there any integration with any other web apps right now?
Within the Now support application, there's no integrations at this point in time. I know this is something that we have been exploring from an engineering perspective with regards to what third-party integrations we'd support. But right now we're focused very much on our single experience from a platform perspective within ServiceNow. There are availability with regards to kind of utilization of voice services, with regards to our agent experience and how that can be leveraged. So it's, once again, it's really kind of based on off the specific use case that the customer is interested. And those are once again kind of tied to are at a BU level, from a client perspective. So, there is definitely integrations that can take place. It's a question of what those integrations and, what the customer is looking for on their end.
Awesome. And so this is more with the mobile technology, but I think it was Ankit or Anshu that said they have 4,000 catalog items. And I think you've kind of gone through that with our service catalog items. Like we have a lot of them on the portal. We're transitioning many of them to the mobile. What is, do you have any advice on how to proceed with?
Yeah, I think kind of to that point, my first question, just as we've experienced and, possibly a number of our customers is we did a number of custom service catalog implementations along the way. And with any technology, including our platform, as we start to build into our emerging interfaces, there's a heavy reliance on our out of the box, our service catalog backend and how we're leveraging it. So we actually had to do some work to kind of go back to kind of point zero, which allows us to have a better upgrade path into the future. So we do have documentation with regards that we've actually published how we can help with the catalog migration process. As you've heard, we are doing an incremental kind of catalog migration into the mobile application. As you mentioned, you may have up to 400 catalog items. We've are looking at that as well, just because we've looked at kind of similar type of experiences with regards to whether it's kind of case volume, but how do you handle large object data loads into the mobile app for a positive user experience. So there is the ability to go ahead and even translate 400, I think it says, or 4,000 into the mobile device, using segmentation and kind of categories and how we'd want to go ahead and define that experience. But also, it's to have an understanding of what customizations have taken place at the service catalog level, how that they can be migrated back to kind of a vanilla upgrade path, at least from a back-end perspective. We know that there's a number of kind of whether it's kind of front end changes, as well as some of the additional complexity of the workflows that are involved in that specific service catalog. But for all honesty, what we found is, especially with our emerging technology, being back at kind of point zero would actually it may seem as a major work to do, but at the same time, it increases velocity into the future so much more. And, really allows it so that as you're beginning to build out your service catalog, repository, both in kind of portal and into mobile, it's just, you do one and it appears in both. There is no refactoring that's involved. And, with regards to kind of the utilization back into our service catalog and our expansion into the future, it has actually provided us more capabilities. So it's just, kind of caveat there. It's really kind of based off your implementation, just how much you're using service catalog out of the box, the level of customizations that you've done. Also, refinement of, as mentioned, there's a number of catalog items. Are those all actively being used? I mean, we've been doing a level of auditing and administrative analysis against our catalogs, which ones are applicable for migration into the mobile device. We've seen that some that have been historically created don't have a high customer utilization, so those have kind of fallen to the lower end of our migration path. But yeah, a lot of different options that are available to our customers, even with service catalogs as large as 400 to 4,000.
Yeah, I just wanted to add, I think I said 4,000 instead of 400, but I wanted to add that really the service catalog items that we've been adding it was through metrics, what are the most common catalog items that our customers are requesting. But the other thing is we've been having those conversations with customers and we've been engaging with them in what do you want to do when you're on the go as far as the service catalog item goes. And I would encourage the people on the phone here, do that you're doing the same thing we are at your companies. and have those conversations with your users or the people that will use your mobile app, and ask them what they would like on the app as when they're on the go, when you're creating those experiences. There's another question from Ankit that says, does support 24/7, 24/7, kind of what does that mean? What does it mean by locations, estimated response time? This is something that definitely the technology for ServiceNow support is available 24/7. So you can create a case at any time. You can respond and provide updates at any time, whether you're on the portal or on Now Support Mobile. That is something that I've heard consistently from customers, that they would like to have the SLAs kind of more prominent within the experiences. That's something that we're starting to think about. We're thinking about, we're reimagining your experiences, and having that transparency and that visibility there is something that we're currently working on. But it really depends on the priority of the case when you will hear back from the Now support team or the technical support team.
Yeah, I do know that we do have an SLA that is published. I don't know the exact kind of details for kind of P1, P2, P3, P4 response time from our global technical support organization, but that information is published on ServiceNow Digital. I believe if you do, kind of run a Google search for it, I don't kind of have access to the link offhand, but we actually do publish all of that information. I don't want to go ahead and throw out figures without, a level of accuracy. But yeah, that SLA is published for all of our different priorities and kind of our response time from our global technical support organization.
Yeah, and I think it's something on us to make sure that it is just sort of more in that onboarding experience that we provide to you, that it's more front and center, and then you can reference it. Anshu, you were asking about the date for the live session or to provide feedback. Hey, go into the portal or Now Support Mobile, send me some feedback. I'll email you back later today or tomorrow, and we'll make sure you're engaged so you can provide feedback on the next experiences. So use the catalog item or to join the advisory board on the portal, or just use feedback and we'll definitely engage with you. There's another question on the agent workspace. They're asking how agent workspace or service portal works with these mobile apps.
Yeah, so, and I think there was also a question with regards to, why so many different mobile applications, that we currently have in our stores. And we're very much based off of kind of the user experience and customer intent with our client design, which is why we have a Now Mobile, which is essentially kind of our requester application versus our agent experience. And as you see within our Now Support application, we're doing kind of a seamless omni-channel between our service portal and our mobile experience from a support perspective, and all things kind of CSM and ITSM related. You also now kind of see within our agent experience, and this is another area that we are beginning to kind of invest some exploration with regards to, how we will utilize kind of the kind of workspace kind of processes and experience, what can be applicable from an agent level here at ServiceNow. Caveat is, our agents are typically kind of working from, a hub in front of their computers due to kind of some of the complexity of the cases. But that is also information and experience that, it's based off of which profile, what's the user intent, which is why we have, an onboarding application, our Now Mobile, our Now Support, our Now Agent. It really allows us to kind of focus on those specific themes and user bases with regards to the intent. Very similar, I think the example that's kind of not commonly used in analogy is you have an Uber application if you're an Uber driver, you have an Uber kind of a profile if you're an Uber passenger. There's even an application if you want Uber Eats. So, it really allows kind of us as kind of product teams and, within the platform to focus on the user intent, really kind of begin to kind of build out that entire experience through the client and kind of ensure that we have that level of accuracy. So, that kind of gives it at least a brief overview of kind of the different client types and, more importantly, how that they will be integrated, kind of corresponding with the web, whether it's kind of workspace experience back into our agent application or from a portal experience into our Now Support application or Now mobile applications as well.
Yeah. Are there any other questions from the audience on Now Support, the Now Support mobile app?
I think we've got some attendees who are asking when's the next another live session like this one.
Whenever you can schedule us, Lisa, we're ready.
All right. Maybe we'll put one in for August. So we'll have 2 weeks to prepare or a couple weeks to prepare, and we'll get one out for you all. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, we are always looking forward to talking to our users and our customers anytime. So, Lisa, this time we'll make sure that I'm properly prepared for my session. But anytime that we have an opportunity to get in front of our customers, we really miss not being able to meet with them directly at the ServiceNow user groups. We still are, doing our best to participate in our virtual ServiceNow user groups. But anytime that we have an opportunity to chat with our users and customers in real time, we look forward to. So if there's a request for a session, we will do more than whatever we can to make sure that we're available.
Yeah, and let us know through the feedback, like what the focus of the session you'd like it to be. If there's something specific you'd like us to talk about, we're definitely open to that. It'd be great, but I'd love to have another session soon.
Oh, okay. They say they actually missed today's, but actually they're not missing today's. They're in it. So hey, God bless. Thank you. But we will have another one. We didn't have a demo earlier. This is being recorded, and so you will be able to rewatch it. I have included the link in the community where this recording is available to watch, and that's where you'd want to also post questions in the future. And it's easy to post questions. All you need is a community account. It's free. You just need to just log in and just post away, and our experts will be available to engage with you. And then they want a design session. Ankit is asking for, can we have a design session? So maybe that's one of the ones we think about for the next versions.
We'd love to.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Well, we have a few more minutes. Maybe we'll have a couple more questions. There is a slight little lag time with YouTube. And Anshu, that you can provide the feedback directly on the app, is what my understanding is. So Anshu, where can we provide the feedback?
Yeah, it's directly in. So if you download the app and you log in using your Now Support High credentials, you will be able to see any cases that you have under the More in one of the areas there. In the kind of tabs or the areas in the mobile device, there is something called feedback. It's with the heart icon. You can then click on that, provide us feedback directly. You can also provide us feedback within the Now Service portal and actually in the virtual agent as well on the portal. So there's a lot of ways to get in touch with us directly to engage with our team.
Yeah, and also on the mobile application, as I mentioned, we have additional YouTube content. You can learn about actually how to go ahead and start configuring a mobile application. As I mentioned, or I think it's been requested, we can explore even a kind of design session or design video with kind of some of our best practices, as well as our learning lessons that we've received, not only from our kind of customer base, but across a number of our BUs. And Lisa, we can definitely increase the size of our panel. If there are more detailed engineering questions, we can bring in our engineering leads as well as our UX leads in this area if our customers and users are interested.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I think that would be great because we're obviously working with the mobile design team on this and hearing their best practices and what they've been thinking about as they've been evolving the experience. I think that would be really valuable for this audience.
Oh, wow, this is great. Well, thank you all very much again. And I do encourage you all to get onto the community and post your questions. You could probably can post your feedback right there too. But the app is a better place. But we'll take anywhere we can get it. So with that, let's look forward to a new session coming up. And we do have a session tomorrow, but it's on GRC and some risk. So we'll just take care of that. And with that, I want to thank you all for joining us today. And we'll let you all have the 4 more minutes back at this hour.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Have a great day.